Hey there, fellow space enthusiasts. Ever find yourself like daydreaming about what happens when we finally get that message from ET?
It's like, um,
Well, today we're diving deep into that very question.
Okay.
Exploring the world of post-detection protocols.
Right.
Essentially, the game plan for if or when that signal comes through.
yeah.
We've got some incredible sources lined up for you,
Mm.
from Wikipedia articles to like scientific excerpts,
Right.
and even a really thought-provoking piece from Astronomy magazine.
It's like having a fire drill,
Okay.
but instead of fire, it's an alien message.
Right.
Except in this case, the drill is less about, sprinting for the nearest bunker
Yeah.
and more about communication strategies on a global scale.
I love that analogy. It perfectly captures that blend of anticipation
Yeah,
and that, oh, wow, this is really happening, feeling.
definitely.
What I found really fascinating while prepping for this deep dive was that the conversation about post-detection protocols is already happening.
That's right.
It's not just like a theoretical exercise anymore.
We often think of this as pure science fiction.
Right.
But scientists
Yeah.
and organizations like the International Academy of Astronautics
Okay.
are already debating guidelines and protocols for managing a confirmed extraterrestrial signal.
I was blown away when I stumbled on that in the Wikipedia article on post-detection policy. It's like these experts are taking the possibilities seriously enough to prepare for a moment that might not even happen in our lifetime.
Exactly. And a key part of that preparation is figuring out what to do with the information itself.
Okay.
Do we immediately announce it to the world, or do we analyze it first? How much gets shared and how quickly?
Right.
Remember the 1996 Martian microbe meteorite?
How could I forget?
It felt like the whole world was convinced we'd found proof of life on Mars.
Exactly.
The media ran with the story,
Like this.
and the public imagination went into overdrive.
For sure.
It turned out to be a false alarm,
Right.
a misinterpretation of geological formations.
Yeah.
But it's a powerful example of how quickly excitement can turn to disappointment,
Absolutely.
and how challenging it can be to manage information in the face of such a monumental possibility.
It makes you wonder how much more intense the reaction would be with a confirmed message from ET.
Oh, yeah.
So let's say we've got our ears glued to the cosmos and suddenly, bam, we pick up a signal that can't be explained by any natural phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
What happens next?
Wow.
Do we send out a universal text message saying, hey, it's us, Earthlings?
Not quite.
Okay.
There are protocols for verifying the signal,
Right.
ensuring it's not just some stray radio waves from a distant satellite
right.
or a cosmic glitch.
Right, because we have to be absolutely sure before we hit the reply all button on that one.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, I'm
Yeah.
curious about the different acronyms I keep seeing.
hmm
SETI, METI, and CT.
Okay.
Are those just different flavors of alien hunting?
They're all related to the search for extraterrestrial intelligence,
Okay.
but each has a distinct focus.
Gotcha.
SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, is all about listening,
Okay.
passively scanning the cosmos for any signs of technology or communication.
So just waiting?
It's about detecting those faint whispers from across the universe.
So we're eavesdropping on the cosmic party, hoping to catch a snippet of conversation.
Pretty much.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
What about METI?
METI takes a bolder approach.
Okay.
It stands for Messaging Extraterrestrial Intelligence
Right.
and involves intentionally transmitting signals into space,
Bold.
hoping to get the attention of any civilizations that might be listening.
So kind of like sending out a cosmic flare gun.
Think of it as sending out a cosmic beacon,
Okay.
announcing our presence to the universe.
Okay, so SETI is about listening. METI is about shouting into the void.
Right.
Where does SET-ET fit in?
SET stands for Communication with Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
Okay.
It's the most ambitious of the three,
How so?
focusing on establishing a two-way dialogue.
Oh.
A true exchange of information and ideas, should we ever make contact.
That's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
It is.
To go beyond just saying hello and actually have a meaningful conversation with another intelligent species.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be incredible.
But even sending a simple hello is more complicated than it seems.
Really?
Take Project Ozma, for instance.
Okay.
In 1960, astronomer Frank Drake pointed a radio telescope at two nearby stars,
Okay.
hoping to pick up signs of life.
I remember reading about that in the astronomy article.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't he think he'd actually found something at first?
He did.
No way.
They detected a strong signal.
Wow.
And for a while, there was genuine excitement.
I bet.
but it turned out to be interference from a nearby military radar.
Oh, no.
It highlighted just how easy it is to mistake terrestrial signals for something extraterrestrial.
Talk about a cosmic letdown. But it underscores the importance of careful verification, right?
Absolutely.
We can't let our enthusiasm get ahead of the scientific process.
We can't. It's like a cosmic game of telephone out there.
Right.
Lots of noise, lots of potential for misinterpretation.
Yeah.
We have to be absolutely certain before we jump to conclusions.
It's a good thing scientists tend to be a cautious bunch then.
Right.
But let's say, for the sake of our deep dive, that we do receive a verified signal confirmed by multiple observatories around the world.
Right.
What happens then? Does someone draft a strongly worded but polite interstellar memo?
Well, set. Not quite.
Okay.
The IAA's SETI detection protocols actually lay out a pretty clear chain of command.
Okay.
The first step is informing the scientific community, sharing the data widely for independent verification.
So no rogue tweets announcing we're not alone
Right.
before the experts have had a chance to weigh in.
Not if we follow the protocols.
Okay.
The idea is to approach this with transparency and scientific rigor.
Gotcha.
Once the signal is confirmed, then we move to informing governments and international organizations,
Okay.
keeping the public updated along the way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like a recipe for chaos.
Oh.
Can you imagine the media frenzy, the social media speculation?
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone will have an opinion. Everyone will think they know what the message means.
That's where things get really interesting from a sociological standpoint.
Yeah.
Remember what we were discussing earlier about the 1996 Martian microbe incident?
Yeah.
Now amplify that by 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 1,000,000.
Yeah.
Even a simple confirmed signal with no decipherable message would be a world-altering event.
It would challenge our place in the cosmos, our understanding of life itself.
Precisely.
Wow.
And that's before we even get into the content of the message itself.
Right, which is what I'm dying to talk about.
Okay.
Assuming we can decipher it, what might an alien message actually say? Will it be a galactic welcome wagon? An interdimensional history lesson?
Okay.
Or maybe even coordinates to the nearest black hole surfing competition?
Laughs. I hate to disappoint, but it's probably going to be a bit less glamorous.
Okay.
And a lot more functional than that.
Okay.
At least initially.
Okay.
Remember, we're talking about establishing communication across unimaginable distances with a species that might not even perceive the universe the way we do.
Good point.
Yeah.
We could be speaking entirely different languages.
Exactly.
Not just in terms of words, but in terms of how we experience reality.
Yes.
So how do you even begin to bridge that gap?
The Astronomy Magazine article I shared with you gives a fascinating example of how this might unfold.
Okay.
Imagine receiving a series of pulses.
Okay.
Like a cosmic Morse code.
Okay.
That translate to numbers.
Gotcha.
At first, it's simple.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then prime numbers.
Okay, I'm following so far.
Then things get interesting.
Okay.
The pulses start forming patterns, visual representations of basic geometry.
Okay.
A circle, a square,
right.
Maybe even a right triangle.
I see where you're going with this.
Okay.
It's like a cosmic game of Pictionary.
Exactly.
They're trying to establish a shared language, a foundation of understanding, before they hit us with the existential poetry slam about the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it highlights just how much thought would have to go into crafting a message.
Right.
That a completely different intelligence with potentially no frame of reference for our world could even begin to understand.
Wow.
The message itself could reveal volumes about their level of technological advancement.
Okay.
Their understanding of mathematics and physics.
Yeah.
Maybe even hints about their environment and the length of their day.
That's mind-blowing. We wouldn't just be deciphering a message, we'd be decoding an entire worldview.
It's true.
It makes our human attempts at communication seem so basic.
Right. Imagine trying to explain the concept of color to someone who's been blind since birth.
Right.
Now imagine trying to explain the concept of time to a species that might not experience it linearly.
Okay, now you're just messing with my brain. But I get your point.
Okay.
This wouldn't just be about translating words. It would be about translating concepts, ideas that might be so foreign to us we don't even have the words for them yet.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's where those sociological and religious impacts we were talking about earlier come into play.
Right. Because it's one thing to speculate about aliens in the abstract, but it's quite another to have concrete proof that we're not alone.
Exactly.
How would different cultures, different religions, different belief systems process that kind of information?
That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And it's a question that takes us from the realm of astrophysics to the domains of anthropology, sociology, and even theology. It's a big one.
The astronomy article touched on this, mentioning the potential for both unity and division.
Right.
Some experts believe contact could bring humanity together, fostering a sense of shared identity in the face of a vast and mysterious universe.
That's possible.
Right?
Yeah.
Others worry it could exacerbate existing tension.
And that's for sure.
Creating new divisions based on how different groups interpret the message and its implications.
Right.
And let's not forget the folks who think any contact with ET is a one-way ticket to an alien invasion.
Right.
I mean, Hollywood's given us plenty of reasons to be wary of little green men with ray guns, right?
Right. But the reality is, if there are civilizations out there capable of traversing the vast distances between stars, they've probably known about us for quite some time.
That's true.
We've been leaking radio waves and TV signals into space for decades.
Yeah.
It would be like trying to hide a lighthouse in a pitch-black room.
They'd probably have us on some intergalactic reality show, keeping up with the Earthlings.
Exactly.
They're probably placing bets on whether we'll figure out how to get along with each other before we blow ourselves up.
Perhaps.
Right.
Jokes aside, it does raise an interesting point.
Okay.
If a civilization has been observing us, studying our transmissions, they would have a pretty good understanding of our history, our cultures, even our fears and anxieties.
So they'd know exactly what kind of message to send to either put us at ease or freak us out completely.
Exactly.
That's a chilling thought, but also kind of comforting. It's like if they've come this far without blowing us up, maybe, just maybe, we're not as doomed as we think.
Yeah. Maybe they're just waiting for the right moment to launch their reality show spinoff, Earthlings.
Yeah.
Galactic Newbies.
Okay. You got me there. But seriously, let's say the message is benign.
Okay.
It's not a threat, not an invasion warning.
But an invitation, a beacon, welcoming us into a larger galactic community. What happens then? How do we even begin to process that kind of paradigm shift?
It's hard to even fathom, isn't it?
It is.
It wouldn't just be about deciphering a message, but about confronting our deepest assumptions about life, the universe, and everything.
It's like that moment in 2001, A Space Odyssey, when the monolith appears. Mind-blowing, transformative.
And potentially terrifying.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine a civilization thousands, maybe millions of years ahead of us. What could they teach us about physics?
I don't even know.
About biology? About the very nature of consciousness? What if their knowledge shakes the foundations of our belief systems, of our understanding of the universe?
Okay, now I'm getting goosebumps. What if it turns out we've been asking all the wrong questions this whole time?
That's the beauty and the terror of the unknown. It has the power to completely upend our understanding of reality. This all reminds me of something I read in the Wikipedia article on post-detection protocols. Even if governments try to control the message, keep things under wraps, what's to stop someone from going rogue?
Oh, totally.
I mean, what's to stop someone with a powerful enough transmitter from sending their own message back?
Yes, the individual actor problem. It's the wild card in all of this. Even with agreed-upon protocols and international cooperation, there's always the possibility of someone going off script.
Their mixtape, their political manifesto, maybe even a recipe for pineapple pizza. Who knows?
Precisely. We can't control every variable. And that uncertainty is part of what makes this whole endeavor so compelling.
I agree.
It forces us to confront not only the possibility of life beyond Earth, but the complexities and contradictions within our own species.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the practicalities of verifying a signal to the mind-bending implications of actually understanding it.
We have.
As we wrap up our deep dive, what's the biggest takeaway for you? What's the one thought you want our listeners to walk away with?
For me, it boils down to this. If a civilization is sophisticated enough to contact us across the vast gulf of interstellar space, what does that tell us about their journey? What does it say about their values, their struggles, their triumphs? And what can we learn from their experiences,
Right.
both the successes and the failures, as we navigate our own path here on Earth?
Because if they made it, maybe, just maybe, we have a shot too, right?
Perhaps.
Right.
And that, I think, is a question worth pondering.
It is.
As we continue to listen to the whispers of the cosmos,
Right.
hoping for a reply.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Well, listeners, there you have it.
There it is.
A deep dive into the protocols, the possibilities, and the profound implications of first contact.
Absolutely.
We've gone from Wikipedia to the far reaches of the galaxy and back again, exploring the science, the speculation, and the sheer awe-inspiring wonder of it all.
It's been a journey.
It has,
That's
and
it.
hopefully sparked some fascinating conversations along the way.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep looking up.